Hey, young people, teenagers, and some of those preteens and some of those older kids. Thank you so much for sending some of these questions. Remember, askgeorgeuncle@gmail.com. That's the email. Send your questions or on my social media platform. I have a very interesting question. Sir, some students bully me in school, and sometimes they cross their limits. They abuse me, and I cry when I'm alone. I can't concentrate in my studies. Please tell me what should I do. I don't tell all these things to my parents because they will be worried. Sir, help me. Hey, thank you so much for writing a question like this. I know how it feels, and you might be feeling so lonely, and sometimes you might be feeling like, what's the point of living in this world? And I believe you're a teenager, maybe a pre teenager, and that's where you're going through. I want to say three things. Those feelings of loneliness. I'm not nullifying your feeling. No, 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 no. I'm not putting you down. No. But I'm telling the truth. Those feelings of loneliness as a teenager is a very common feeling that will come and go. It's a very common feeling. Everyone at some point, every teenager at some point feels very lonely. And in your case, bullying, and some of those friends, abusing you and in places like that has added to that place of loneliness, right? So the first thing, feeling lonely, it's a very common thing. Learn to navigate through. That's the second point. The second point is this: when somebody is bullying you or friends bullying you or abusing you and things like that, see how you can, two things that you can do. If you're able to bear it and ignore and walk away. I've always shared this principle of a dog on a mountain. A dog barking at the mountain, at the end of the day the dog is tired, not the mountain. So if you're able to face it and able to move out and you focus on your studies and focus on your games and focus on your family, focus on your right friends and just move on. Please understand this: some of these friends are very insecure, very inferior. It's the inferior ones who behave very superior. They are the bullies, right? You understand that? You understand that? So there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. But if it goes beyond a certain limit where you're not able to bear it, bring it up to the notice of your parents. Bring it up to the notice of your teacher. Bring it up to the notice of your principal. You need to bring it up. You need to bring it up. If it's something that it's been happening quite a long and you're not able to bear it and it's kind of draining you and kind of eating you from the inside, bring it out. Bring it out. Or you write to me, askgeorgeuncle@gmail.com. Write to me, to see how we can stand with you and help you out. Don't sit there and get all the time. But I'll give you the last final point. You need to get strong from the inside. You need to get strong from the inside. I know bullying, some of these kids who are bullying and all of that, I'm saying this again and again, some of these kids who are bullying, those bullies are the ones who are in a much greater need and they struggle with their own places of insecurities. And that's why they feel so inferior and that's why they behave very superior and they pick on their friends. So there's nothing wrong with you. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you. Just because they call you a monkey, you're not going to become a monkey. Just because they call you a dog, you're not going to become a dog. There's nothing wrong with you. You need to carry on. Now, you being a pre-teenager, I don't know what class you are in and what it is, but give yourself a little time. By the time you hit about 17, 18, you will slowly learn to negotiate and navigate through this. Thank you so much for asking your questions. Keep sending the questions. askgeorgeuncle@gmail.com or on my Instagram account, Facebook account, or any of those places. Please send your messages.